Hey guys, I'm Risha.
I'm Ibrahim,
and we're the Mandinka Family.
Guys, we are about to head to the grand opening of the Pan-African Library. So
here in the Gambia.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You be my queen, you be my skin saver. I'll be a king, no be cinema. Diamond, mineral, situation critical. You be my queen, you be my screen saver. I'll be a king, no be cinema. Diamond, mineral, situation critical. Sun kiss your body, glitter, glitter.
Alright guys, as we said, we're gonna go to the grand opening of the Pan-African Library. So these are some of the books that my babe has brought, some coloring books. This one is an adult coloring book, which an adult could use, to exercise their brain on it. And this one has Crayola 64, it has 64 coloring pencil in it. This one has like a Crazy Act, like 100 colored pencil in it. This one has some colored by numbers. This one has some astrology colored book. Coming here, you have the Jumbo coloring activity book. This one has the dinosaur. Yeah, which me when I was going to school, I used to color something like this dinosaur.
All right, guys. So these are the books. So my husband showed you the coloring books. Now I'm going to show you like the reading books that I brought. I actually wanted to bring more, but some of the books wasn't delivered to me in time, so I'm going to end up just mailing it to her. But this is what we have. So we got Mansa Musa. I'm going to go ahead and just lift it up. Mansa Musa in Timbuktu. And talks about a fascinating history from beginning to end. So it'll give you a lot of information pre-colonial time about Mansa Musa. And, as us being the Mandinka family, the Mandinkas are descendants of the Mali Empire. Definitely. And Mansa Musa was the richest man to ever live. Which
they did not teach us in school, and he was.
It's not Jeff Bezos, it's not Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, whoever else you think of.
That's the mind right here.
Mansa Musa.
The mind is right here.
Right? So, this is a great Pan-African book. Perfect for the Pan-African Library. Mm-hmm. Amilcar Cabral, a national and Pan-Africanist revolutionary.
Definitely.
He was assassinated, but he left a legendary mark in Guinea-Bissau and even the surrounding countries, which would include Gambia.
Gambia, definitely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you guys don't know him, definitely research it. Mm-hmm. For sure. I have these are positive words of wisdom. It says 8,789 words of wisdom, but they're all like positive proverbs. And some are very, very simplistic. I've read all of these books because I wanted to make sure before I sent it off that it would be something that would be good for the library. But yeah, these are just positive words of wisdom to live by. If you're feeling down one day, you could just read them. It says, he who makes no mistakes makes nothing. That's just an example of
life itself.
A proverb, in the book. Oh, this is a good one. This was a good book to read. It's not by a Pan-Africanist, nor is it even by an African, but it's a good book because she addresses white fragility. The reason why it's so hard for white people to talk about racism. And, I really like this book because she admitted that not only do they feel uncomfortable talking about it, but they want to remain unconscious. They don't even want to live within the conversation or, have it brought to them because she even admits that the, white privilege has afforded, European people not to. So it's a very good book. I recommend it. It's by Robin DiAngelo. This is a fitting book. Definitely a fitting book. It's called what, babe?
It's called The Gambia.
Yeah. So, Pan-African Library of the Gambia needs a book about the Gambia. Now, I did read this book. This book, it basically gives all types of information about not only history, but also history during the colonial and post-colonial times, but also just things about the geography, about the animals, the native animals to Gambia, the geography, as I mentioned. And this book was it was written in 1994, so like some parts of it talks about like the population and like how the Gambia looked at that time. So you'll be able to look at this and compare it to what you see now if you live in the Gambia. But it definitely has a lot of like information that's still true today. So you kind of get to see from reading this book how Gambia has evolved today. All right, guys. So our next book is Where Are You From? ¿De dónde eres? And it's about this brown Hispanic girl. She's from, I believe it was Dominican Republic, or yeah. No, it was Cuba. She's from Cuba. And these white people were like, where are you really from? Because she like lived in America. So like, where are you really from? And she really didn't know. She was like, that's a good question. Like, because they were like, you look different. Your skin is the color of mud. Like, where are you from? And so she was like, that's a good question. So she went to her. This is a kid's book, but, you read it to your kids and explain the message, they could take something away from it. But she goes and asks her grandfather, like, hey, where am I from? And he talks about, ultimately, where the ancestors came from. He's like, you come from a great lineage of people. We had lots of land. We were this and we were that. And that's something that, Africans can definitely relate to. So this is a good book. This will be the one me and my babe is going to read at the Pan-African Library. So this is called
The Sun Loves Me.
The Sun Loves Me. So this is going to be a great book. I don't want to tell you guys what it's about because we're going to record it, but it's a great book. Now, actually, with The Sun Loves Me, these next books I'm going to show you, all of these books, The Sun Loves Me, Kinky Hair is Queenly Hair, The Sun Loves Me, It's Libation Time, A Children's Guide to the Ancestors, and Amina's Third Eye, A Children's Story on Manifestation Through Meditation. All of these are children's books. All of these books have in common the same author, who is Dynasty Amir. He's an African-American YouTuber. You guys know him. If you don't, just look him up. His YouTube channel was called Search for Uhuru, which is Swahili. It means search for freedom. And I really like his channel. He's a well-traveled dude. I believe he's a citizen of Sierra Leone. And he takes people on trips to Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria every year. So he knows a lot about the continent, and I really appreciate him honoring not only black men, African men, but he also honors African women, and he wants to bring up little girls to know that they're queens as well. I have the Kinky Hair is Queenly Hair. He also has a book called Kinky Hair is Kingly Hair for the little boys, for the little black boys, but as I mentioned, some of my books didn't come on time, and that was one of the books. So I will be mailing that to the Pan-African Library of the Gambia. But I do want to shout out Dynasty Amir for these books. And, you can purchase his books on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box if anyone's interested in getting these books for their children. So that we will see you guys at the Pan-African Library.
Babe, where are we right now?
Alright guys, so as you can see, we're at the Pan-African Library. We're about to head inside. Some cars coming. Alright. Yeah.
Hello guys, we are right in Gunjur. We're at the Pan-African Library. Today is the grand opening of the Pan-African Library. So how we're going to show you how the process of it goes here.
Alright.
Get started.
We have the Pan-African flag on an African map. Yeah.
Yep.
Like even on the table you have Africanness in here. Yeah.
Rise up, rise up, rise up. We're doing this. Am I too loud? Okay.
We have some great books in here.
Rise up, rise up.
That's side of Karawajora, Black Power, and the Grammy Power.
That's right.
18 kids. Yeah. That's 18 kids.
Yes. 18
I count them. Why him if he ain't put up person, sit down, Saba, Dominion, Ashura, and National Dog, Oh my God. And I'm just so fortunate to be amongst fellow brothers and sisters as the Mandinka family and Sister Shanice and other people that are coming in. It's exciting. It's exciting. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. You were telling me a story about a book that changed your life. Which one was it? And how did it change it?
if you come right over here, I'll show it to you. Where's that book at? Right here. I read this book in 1990.
Damn.
And when I read the book, I was sitting waiting to go to war against Saddam Hussein in Iraq, fighting for the illusion and stuff. And so when I read the book, I said, do I become a conscientious objector and say, I refuse to fight this war on my political grounds or, personal beliefs? I said, I'm already here. I've accepted their money up to this point, so let me go ahead and just deal with it and stuff. I successfully got out of it. I made it through the war and stuff, got some scars, but I made it through the war. And once I read this book, I told Sint, no more European holidays.
Right.
We changed our last name.
Yep.
And we changed our...
we stopped eating pork.
And we changed our spiritual beliefs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
It was
this book right here
1980 something.
changed my life. Recommend it to anybody that's looking at the video. This right here is the book to read. Right there and stuff.
Right, so just goes to show the power of books. And
Exactly
books
right.
are so
Knowledge.
Exactly
important,
right.
You know, it
Exactly
changes
right.
your outlook, your perspective, it empowers you, and look where you are now.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I forgot to say, change the geographic location. No longer in the illusion. I'm here on the beautiful, smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia and stuff. So,
Oh, get reading.
yeah, so when the kids come in here and start absorbing this right here, hey, look, watch out, Gambia, watch out. You know what I'm saying?
And that's definitely important to start it with the kids, as a child growing up.
Thank you.
Like, if not like me, when I was growing up, like the mindset that I had growing up, it's different to the mindset that I have now.
Right.
Like mostly because of my wife here, and when I started dealing with your,
Right.
like sometimes we'll be chatting when we are at the landed, like the kind of mindset that you try to insult in me. Sometimes we tend to find it weird. Oh, how is he thinking like this?
Yeah.
It's really because like we don't really feel the hold this one. Like we don't really feel the pain and the things that they have done to you all back in the state,
Right.
in any Western country. Like for example, I was talking to my wife and I told her that like, you know what, the very people that have helped me, like I just into the way how I think. It's because of you and the bad family. Because he has pushed me into you guys.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to the bad man. You gotta listen to the bad family. Because I was like, nah, the bad family.
You're talking too much.
Yeah, but sometimes when someone is on the right path, you mean what you mean. Like
Right.
whatever you meant, like whatever you stood for, you just stay on that.
Right.
You're not gonna change who you are.
I was wondering why when you come there to look
It
at
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like sometimes because of my belief and the mindset that I have, to hear what you guys have said, I was like, damn. Like the more I kept listening to and watching your videos, I know you are on the right path. So whoever is on the right path, they only stood on where they are. They didn't change their belief or whatever.
Right.
So for this here is very important for us as Gambians, kids growing up,
That's right.
because the book that we used to read here are all like colonial mindset books that we used to read.
Exactly.
But these books here are definitely going to help, like the kids
Exactly.
growing up. They're going to have different mindset.
I agree.
Yeah, which is very important.
I agree, brother. I agree.
Glad you
100%.
stay with us.
And I couldn't say it better.
Yeah, keep doing what you do.
He had to stay with us.
You too, Sister
I was
Sharice.
wondering why when you come there, you just be looking at us.
Yeah, he do.
You don't say anything, you just look.
Right, look, for online learning,
There you go.
internet
Exactly
connection.
right. Exactly
Yeah,
right.
you connect with tutors, researchers, historians. all
So
over
what
the
would y'all
world.
think is the age group of people coming in? Various ages?
Yeah.
Animals.
You
also, this could also turn into what we want to do is
like we're used to having libraries, you know, and at least in America, and I'm assuming the UK is very similar, is that there are public libraries in every community, in every classroom. People have them in their homes, and I know how important literacy is. Not just learning to speak English, but reading and writing well, right? That's very important. So this is just my vision. This is what I have to give, right? I don't have a lot of money. I'm not very wealthy. But what I do have,
This is wealth right here.
this is
Yeah.
my wealth.
Yeah.
This is my wealth. And so I
Knowledge
said
is
I'm going to
wealth.
bring it with me to the continent of Africa and give.
And
And the library is free. Everybody is so shocked when they say, well, how much? How much? I say, it's free. You can come here and read. You can come here and learn. Everybody. And it's not just for Gunjur. If you watch this and you're like, well, I don't live in Gunjur. It's not just for Gunjur. If you live in Lyman, if you live in Busra, if you live in John Angelic, you live in Bigelow, you live in Fujata, Khartoum, wherever you live, you can live in Senegal. If you want to come here and read and learn at the library, you can do that. Totally open to do that.
Oh, brilliant. Where is the library so that people know where
So
they
we
can
are
go?
here in Gunjur, what most people just call Gunjur Central. If you can ask somebody where is the market, we are right on the same road as the market, going towards the turntable, the Gunjur turntable. So it's very centrally located here, very easy to find. If you're coming down Coastal Road, you all didn't see the sign, but the sign is there now.
We
and
saw
it's
the
set-
black
it's all-
flag.
Saw the flag, yeah.
Y'all see my flag?
Yeah.
You can't tell me nothing.
That was the landmark.
I was like, that's it right there. I said, oh, no, speak to my assistant. You can't tell me nothing. You say, my flag outside.
Cynthia's
vision,
first and she was like, it must be there.
it's all come together. The vision has come together. It's been a long time, a lot of work, a lot of money and energy gone into bringing this to fruition, but I couldn't be more proud. I couldn't be more excited. And to have all of you here,
We're proud of you.
Yeah.
Well done,
Definitely.
Cynthia.
Now, in case some people want to make donation or contribute
yes,
to you,
please,
go ahead and throw that out.
Please. I tell people all the time, I'm not selling anything, so I don't make a dime. I don't make a dime doing this. We pay rent here. We have to keep the lights on. We have staff that we pay, so we want to not just bring these books and education and literacy access to books here, but we also want to employ people in the community. We employ 2 students as well as 1 adult who's in the community. So if you want to donate to the Pan-African Library of Gambia, it's very simple. Cash App, Pan-African Library. Cash App, I mean $, you know, Cash App, Pan-African Library. You can also donate via Zelle, which is just our email address, Pan-African Library Gambia at gmail.com. In the very, very near future, we hope to have our Patreon set up that makes it easy for everybody. It makes it easy for me. It makes it easy for our supporters. And you can give $10 a month, $100 a month, $1,000 a month. Because I know somebody got it. I know somebody
Right,
got it to
they
give
do.
$1,000 a month. We got money.
Yeah.
Will we give it and will we support it? That's another
Yeah.
thing. But we got it. So however much you want to give, you can do that. If you're in the Gambia, please come. Our hours will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 10 to 6. And then on Fridays, we're going to be open from 3 to 10 because we're going to do some games and we're going to do like a movie and things like that. Something really fun with them. But as I know, I was in the periphery. I heard Uncle Rick saying, you know, we have a lot of the books and the puzzles and games, and those type of teaching aids are just as important for learning as the books are. Because you got to read the instructions to the game. You've got to understand the concept. It teaches team building. It teaches honesty. Children love to cheat when they're playing games, right? So we want to, you know, playing games it teaches character building. That you don't cheat, you do what's honest, and if you lose, and you lose well.
That's
and you
right.
learn your lesson, and you come back to play again. So the games and the puzzles and those things are just as important to me as an educator as the books are. So we want to do those kind of fun things. So today, what we'll be doing is we got 3 different stations set up. So here we'll have our little ones, and they'll be able to, they got some books set aside, so they'll be read, the books will be read to them in both English and Mandinka so that they can understand and get the picture. And they'll be able to build some blocks here. And then we've got 2 other stations here, which I think you may have already kind of taken a look at. But so they're going to play a game called Story Cubes. And you just take the story cubes and you shake them and you roll them, and whatever's face up you put them together and see if can you build a story, can you build a sentence, and you say, oh, I saw a flyer about a play, and I'm going to go to the play with my aunt Lisa, right? I think, light bulb, I think I may call my best friend, happy face best friend. I think I may call my best friend Star and ask her if she wants to go, but I don't know. It's kind of like, maybe by chance she'll go, maybe she won't because it's a guy. I don't know what we'll do with this book, so we'll just put it over here. But so the idea is that you just use your creativity and you roll them and you help to build a sentence. So we have some older students that are going to help them to do that and then write that here. And then here we're going to do some puzzle making. So we just hope to have a good time, fun.
All right, guys, here are some of the type of books he has here. African Holistic Health. Country Doctor Headlog. Handbook, rather. These are the books that she has here.
Muslims shape the Americas.
Yeah, this book must be very interesting, huh?
This is a good book. Uncle Tom's Cabin. A lot of people associate Uncle Tom's with like a black person who kind of sells out his own black people, but it really wasn't Uncle Tom. It was actually Sambo. So you guys, if you read that book, you'll know the story who Uncle Tom really was. He's actually a good person. So good book to read right there. Alex Haley, who also wrote books. He wrote Queen, which came after Roots. That was
Alex Haley. Is this Alex Haley that played in the movie Kunta Kinte?
No, Alex Haley is the one who wrote the Roots.
Okay, the Roots movie.
He wrote it. But Queen, I believe Queen was his granddaughter. And this talks about her life. This was after Kunta Kinte passed away. I haven't read the book, but I've seen the movie and it's good. So I know the book is probably way more detailed. Basquiat, one of the best artists to ever live, one of the best black artists to ever live, Basquiat.
Basquiat, okay. Have you ever tried to read a book like Care About Jora, babe?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Some of his books, yeah. The Black Panthers Party.
And here's all the volumes of
Fidel and Malcolm.
They got all the volume of Roots right here.
Okay. This book is Fidel and Malcolm.
Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro, he was like a dictator in Cuba.
Oh, Prince Paul in the house. Hey, everybody coming.
Teach me about Gavi.
Teach me about Daddy.
About Gavi. Mama Miti. Some great books here, huh?
We was just talking about that last night. Psychology, study of the mind. How to train your mind to think and put your mind on things. Sociology, that's the study of human behavior.
Hold on.
Errol missed it.
Babe, what's about to happen?
We're doing
grand opening ribbon cutting ceremony. So we're just waiting to get everybody together.
All right, as you can see, that's everybody right here.
See, that's why they came.
There's the Back family there. Everybody, that's the alcalo right there, who is that they are giving the privilege to like get the library started up. He's gonna cut the ribbon of the grant.
The Honorable Alcalo said he's saying hello and welcoming everybody to the presentation. He's very happy, very excited to be here. And he's very proud of his accomplishment. Gifts that we are witnessing here today is actually a help for him. It is a help for the community, the children of this community. It is here to open their horizon. Instead of wasting time on something else that is not beneficial to them, here is an opportunity where they can come and broaden their horizons and actually experience the world in their own community. And they can be a benefit to themselves, a benefit to the future, and be good people, good citizens. The Honorable ex-mayor of Gunjur, the city of Gunjur, Mr. Samafar. He wants to say a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Sal. I'm presently a lecturer at the University of Gambia. I was the mayor of Gunjur for almost 12 years, and I was also the Minister of Youth and Sports and Gambia's ambassador to Senegal. I did my studies in the US, in Chicago, where I spent virtually all my youthful days as a student. I returned home and then giving back to my country and to my community. I am also the coordinator of the Books for Africa. And the main purpose of the institution is to make sure that there is a reading culture among Africans. And we have a subsidiary of the Books for Africa in the Gambia called Million Books for the Gambia. And over the years, we have been shipping books from Atlanta, where the headquarters is, and Minnesota to the Gambia. And we have also virtually shipped in 1 million books to the Gambia. With the opening of this library today, which is the fourth Pan-African library, I can assure you that all the needs of the library in terms of books will be willing to send the books to the library. So that the community will benefit. Apart from that, also I am also the coordinator for the West African region of the Pan-African Federalist Movement. And the concept of Pan-Africanism is to make sure that brothers and sisters, whether you are from here or from the diaspora, as long as you are black, you are happy. And we share the same culture and we share the same perspective. So we are trying to propagate that, and we are trying to set up a sector in the Gambia. And I hope I will be able to gather support from you, and that you will be part of the movement here. It is the concept of brotherhood, sisterhood, and working towards a common goal. So I want to thank the sister and the community of Brooklyn. Congratulations for a Dawn initiative, Sister Fatima here, you know, for the laudable effort, and we are ready to collaborate with them. You know, it is only through reading. Nobody has monopoly of ideas. The ideas are universal. You read somebody's ideas, you may agree or disagree, but then it is for you to conceptualize the ideas that you have learned from others, and then use them to looking at the objective realities of your own society. We went to the U.S., we studied in the U.S. so many years, but then that does not make us American. We are Gambians, we are Africans. Right. So whatever we learn in institutions outside the Gambia, when we come, we have to domesticate those ideas to see how the concepts fit within our own society, and we try to be proactive. So thank you, brothers and sisters, and Alcalo, thank you. Thank you.
I am beyond proud of this accomplishment, of what we've been able to do. I am so excited. Please come. Come. I'm so very excited to see all of you. I wrote some words, so let me just stick with my words, because I'm just, you know, when your heart is full, then your mind just kind of goes everywhere. But I just wanted to let everybody know, most of you know who I am. Some of you are just meeting me today, and I'm just meeting you today. So I am Hannah L. Everybody here in Gunjur calls me Janaba. I am from the United States. I am from the state of Ohio, and I had 6 months ago, November the 1st, I arrived here in the Gambia with my 3 boys, and that was a journey. It was a journey, and it was a trial to get here, but we're very excited to be here, and I want to thank this community for welcoming me. It was very important to me that when we first arrived here that I sat with the Akalo. I wanted to do what was respectful to the culture, and sit with him and introduce myself to him, and not just come and get a space and open up something and he doesn't know who I am and why I'm here and what I'm doing. So I sat with him, and his words really encouraged me, right? And they put a fire under me, and he was very excited, as he said, for us to be here and for us to do this work. So I'm very thankful for this community for embracing me, embracing my boys as they run around here and wreak havoc some days, but they're embracing my children, and not just my family, but you've embraced the idea of this library. And that means a ton to me, because before coming here, people did ask me, how do you know that they want a library? How do you know that they're going to be? I said, well, I don't know, but what I do know is the vision that the Creator gave me. That I do know, and I'm going to walk out that vision. And so you've embraced this library. The children, every time I open these doors, this is our grand opening, of course, but every time I'm here working, it's like I try to sneak over here, y'all, and I'm like, okay, ain't nobody out here. I'm going, they like, you can't fool us, you in there, open up the door. You know what I'm saying? So every time I'm here working, they're here, they're reading, they're playing, they're doing their thing. So you've embraced this library, and that also makes me very proud. I've heard many times people tell me Gambians don't read, and I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but guess what, it may be true, but what I can say is that we can say that Gunjur reads, right? Yes. Gunjur will read, Gunjur will develop a culture for reading, and together we can do that. I cannot do that by myself. Together with the Akalo and our Seifu, who was not able to be here today because he was traveling, former Mayor Saul here representing Books for Africa, Million Books for the Gambia, Usman Touré, who's come in. You don't know who Usman Touré is. I don't know what you're doing with yourself. If you don't know, you better act like you know. Usman Touré is, with the help of all of you, all of the WePass that are here, we need you to come with your skills and with your assets. If you can help 3 to 5-year-olds learn to read, learn their letters, let me know. Come down and help us. If you can help 8th graders study science and chemistry, let us know that. Come down and help. Whatever your skills are, whatever your assets are, you are welcome here at the Pan-African Library of the Gambia to come and to do just that, to help us do just that. I also wanted to say that this library is free, right? This is a free library for everyone. People are very shocked when they say, well, how much is it? I say it's free. You come read. You can come read for free. You can come learn for free. And they're like, really? And then the duos just come. They say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And so this library is free, and it's free for everyone. And not just people who live in Gunjur. You know, there are people here who live in Lamine. There are people here who live in Jambanjelly. There are people here who live in Bigelow. There are people here who live in Khartoum. Wherever you live in this country, or Senegal, or wherever you live, if you want to come here and read, and you want to come here and learn and study, this space is for you. And you can do that for free. So after today, I just wanted to let everybody know that our hours will be 10 to 6, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Fridays we're going to be open from 3 to 10 because we want to do some things in the evening. We want to have a game night every Friday and do a movie with these young people as well. I was explaining to some other people that, you know, as an educator, puzzles and math games and science games and word games are just as important to education and learning and literacy as reading books. So moving forward, those will be our hours. I wanted to say Bintu, where's Bintu? Bintu Torre, where did you go? She's over there, please come. Bintu is our library manager. This is our library manager, so hopefully you'll see her more than you see me. Hopefully I'll be able to stay home a few days now. But Bintu is going to be here, and she's already been an asset. She's going to help us to not only corral these children. I don't know enough Mandinka yet to really corral them and to keep them in order. So Bintu is helping with that, as well as Mia. She's going to be helping us out here at the library. She's over here. And then Sajada, I don't know where she is. So we not only want to bring literacy to the community, but we want to bring work. We want to bring opportunities for these young people to make money. So they are paid staff. They're not volunteer staff. So we are paying them for their work and for their time. I think that's it. My heart is full. I'm so glad. I wanted also, oh goodness, I cannot not say this. All of you that have volunteered, there are people here who have accompanied me from one end of the country to the other, helping me to communicate with the locals, helping me to buy paint and do this and do that. Our welder is not here, I don't think. Many of you have come and helped us to catalog these 1,150 books that we have inside. People who have come to help and clean anything that you've done. Brother Jabril, he's not here. He fixed my microscope that was damaged in shipping. So many of you have done so many things to help us to get to this point. Many of you have donated books. I just need to stop calling names because then I'm going to forget somebody. But so many of you have done so much to help us to get to this point, because I'll be honest, when that taxi bag is pulled up with those 100+ boxes, I was like, wow. I forgot I shipped that much stuff, and I don't even know where to begin. But my sisters came in and they said, we got it, let's knock it out, let's make it happen. So we're here today, and I'm so excited. So those conclude my words. Akalo Dembo and I are going to cut this red ribbon. We're going to get in here, and as soon as we do that, I want to give opportunity for our government officials and other dignitaries to come in, have time to look at the library here, so I can talk with them and just kind of explain what we're doing, and then everybody else will feel free to come in. Those are the children that are here. We've got some stations set up for the young people where they can do some story building, do some puzzle making, and the little children have stories read to them, and they'll do some building with some blocks and things like that. We want to keep them engaged, right? And then the rest of us, we're just gonna hang out and kick it, exchange numbers, and do what we do, all right? That's what we do. So we're gonna, I don't know where my scissors are. Here are my scissors. So Carla Dimbo and I are gonna come, and we're going to come. Everybody ready?
Hey. On the count of
yes.
On the count of 1, 2, 3, go!
Okay, babe. So here we are. We're enjoying the grand opening of the Pan-African Library. So babe, as a Gambian here, how do you feel about all of this Black love going on so far?
Well, the library. Talking of the library, to me, the library is very, very important to the community of like Gunjur and Gambian people alike, and mostly the Black people alike. Okay, me growing up, I didn't have this chance to kind of read or somebody to teach me about Black culture or Black tradition or what we stand for or how beautiful my skin is, and stuff like that. But like kids here in Gunjur could learn from that easily. Like someone who will be there, you know what I'm saying, willing to teach them the positiveness of, the positive and the beauty of, you know what I'm saying, Black people, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
So you feel like you've been learning a lot since just experiences and hearing the people's conversations?
Yeah. Like seeing how people interact here, like, you know what I'm saying, the conversation they have, the chat we have, like with that lady, you know what I'm saying, like it kind of.
Shout out to Sister Shanice.
Like, yeah, Sister Shanice, shout out to you. And like I said, with the Black family also, you know what I'm saying, like sometimes the video that we watch, you know what I'm saying, kind of give me, you know what I'm saying, like boost me. I would say everything definitely starts with you. And then, you encourage me to watch the Black family's videos, you know what I'm saying, to try to listen and learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Like every single word is important. It depends on how you perceive them.
Right.
Yeah. So this library it's really gonna help. If like the problem with the Gambian is one thing is the problem. Gambian, like when something newly starts, like everybody will start coming up.
Yeah.
And then they would with Gambians, when something newly started, they would start coming up here and there. So as it goes forward, they got to stop going on there. But this is something that, like if we are to have this in Sokoto, like I would definitely encourage, kids to go land there every time. Yeah, to definitely have time for themselves and learn about, Blackness, which would be great, honestly.
man.